Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you guys how to hem your jeans, keeping the original thread hemline on the bottom of your jeans. Now what that means is you're going to take inches off the bottom of your jeans, but you're still going to keep the original bottom part and the original thread line that came when you bought the jeans. Now what I love about this is that it's really easy and you can use any color thread you want when doing this, because if you follow my steps and do it right, then the thread you use isn't even going to show. Now you guys can either decide to use a sewing machine or hand stitch it. Either one works fine, but if you do have a sewing machine, I recommend you using it just because it works a lot faster. Now the first thing you want to do is see how many inches you want to take off the bottom of your jeans. Once you figure that out, you're going to take your jeans, flip them over inside out like this, and let's say you want to take an inch off the bottom of your jeans, then you're just going to measure half an inch from the original thread hemline to here. So take a ruler and just measure half an inch, and the reason why you're measuring half an inch instead of an inch is because once you sew this together and flip it back over, it's actually going to be taken in an inch, and I'll explain that in the next couple of steps. Now let's say you want to take in 2 inches, you're just going to measure an inch from the original thread hemline to here, so this area would be an inch, and if you want to take in 3 inches, then it's just going to be an inch and a half from the original thread line to here. So basically anything you're doing, you're cutting it in half. And once you figure that out and measured it, I recommend pinning it down just so it stays in place, and match up the sides nice so it looks really nice just like you bought at the store. So once you have it pinned down, you're going to move on to the next step, which is sewing a straight stitch. Now whether you're using a sewing machine or hand stitching it on, sew a nice straight stitch right underneath of the original hemline. As you can see, the original hemline is brown and the straight stitch that I sewed is white. You want to sew right underneath and not on or over the original hemline, because if you do, then it's not going to turn out right. So right underneath all the way around the jean, and once you're done with that, you're going to take your jeans, flip them back over. As you can see, these jeans aren't completely flat and they fray a little bit. There is this option you can do. You don't have to do it, but if you do have a sewing machine, I recommend doing it just because it'll help with the fraying a little bit, and it's really easy and quick to do. So the step you can do is take your jeans, again flip them back over, sew a zigzag stitch right underneath of the original hemline, and make sure it doesn't get on or over the original hemline so it doesn't get messed up, and so the zigzag stitch all the way around the pants. So the zigzag stitch should help with the fraying, and it's really easy to do. So once you're done with that, whether you do the stitch or not, you're going to take your jeans, flip them back over, stretch them out and flatten them out, take your iron, put it on high heat, and iron down your pants so they basically look blended in and you can't even tell that you hemmed it yourself. What I love about this is that it's really easy, and these are the techniques that tailors use when you go get your jeans hemmed, except it's really easy to do it yourself, and you definitely save a lot of time and money. And there is one last thing I have to tell you. Sometimes people complain about the little bit of the flap they have underneath of their jean. For me, since I only took in my jean an inch, I only have half an inch of a flap. You can cut it off, but I don't recommend cutting it off just because your jeans will fray a lot. Like every time you wash it or wear it, you're going to have to iron down your jeans. But if you do cut it off, make sure you don't cut the part that you sewed, just like the blue part right here. Mine doesn't bother me at all, so I just leave it as it is. But if it does bother you, you can glue it down with fabric glue. This one's washable, so that means you can wash these jeans and anything else, and they're not going to get messed up. Make sure you give it at least 24 hours to dry, or you can even hand stitch it down, or you can just leave it as it is. So you can choose any one of those options, and that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and stay tuned next time for more How To in Style.